Hey, I think I recognize this place. Isn't this the same place I visited already in the winter? Well, yes it is. And now there are almost as many plus degrees here as there were minus degrees back then. But what interesting things can be achieved by revisiting the same scanning locations, and how seasonal switching can be captured using the 360 drone and the Gaussian Splatting technique. Hello everyone, it's me, Olli, here again. It's been a while since I last made videos here on YouTube. Spring has passed quickly and I've been busy getting my Dioramix program up and running. I stopped by the 3Dice conference in Prague at the beginning of May to network, and it was a great trip. It was very nice to meet all industry influencers and especially my followers. And I also got to present and tell more about my Dioramix project. It has been keeping me very busy lately, and I haven't been able to make as many videos as I would liked. And even though summer is already quite far along, I thought this topic might be particularly interesting. I've been working and developing a crossfading effect that can be used spectacularly with two 3D GS models scanned from the same location, and specifically to highlight different changes in them and illustrate seasonal changes. But even though the effect itself is part of the development work and is related to my Dioramix project, achieving it requires special editing work and settings so that two models scanned from the same location can be placed exactly on top of each other in the same position and scale. While researching this, I noticed that the topic has clearly interested few individuals, as there are already a few interesting solutions and tools in the field that can be used to implement this alignment. But to match this original ski jump area I scanned in February in the middle of cold winter, I revisited the same spot now in the summer and conducted a similar scan of the area using the anti-gravity A1 360 drone. Take off. This time I scanned a little more closely the areas that were not taken into account in the winter model, but in general I collected very similar 360 video footages of the area as in the winter. Since the terrain in summer has significantly more details than in winter, the extracted source dataset became larger. And again, I used my own 360 Extractor tool for Blender to cut and dismantling the 360 images to these smaller cube map images. And for the Gaussian splatting training, it must be noted that new useful features have been developed in the latest version 1.1 of the post-shot program. The most necessary of these are the new post-quality settings, where the typically slow SFM processing can be now accelerated by setting the level at which the steps is performed. I noticed that, for example, the current high level already produced a fairly high quality end result, and the structure for motion step does not take so much time anymore. But even though the speed has been increased, a dataset over 3000 source images like this still take a lot of time to process. But wait is worth it, because I think the end result is very good, and the success rate which post-shot managed to place the camera angles for the images is incredibly good. But now let's focus on exploring the placement of 3D GS models and what alignment possibilities and methods we can use. I'll show you the manual method first, and of course for that we need PlayCanvas Splat editor. So I'll drag both produced models here now, the winter model and the summer model. As we can see, the models are in completely different scale, and that's probably the most important thing we need to get right first. If you've watched my previous tutorial videos on using Splat, I've already made a video on the subject that uses this measurement tool. In it, I defined this winter model to the correct scale by using the measurements of this container that stands on the platform next to the ski jumping tower. Since such container is standard size and its measurements can be found online, I can use the same width value from the same place for this summer model and thus scale the model to the same size. Then we can start to match the model's origin point to the same position as we have placed it on the winter model. This is a visual placement and, as said, very manual since it's based only eyeballing, but it's enough to get the fairly accurate results. The most important and useful setting in this manual matching is this transparency setting. By adjusting it, we can see both models. And by moving the summer model, I can search for its location more precisely. Here it is important to note that only one of the models is moved and other remains as a reference. Otherwise the positioning will easily go wrong. And since we are trying to match the summer to the winter here, we have to be careful that only the summer layer is selected when its coordinates are changed. The transparency is then set for the winter layer. These electricity poles are good reference points to base the position on. But even if we manage to get the middle area roughly in place, we also need to look at the structural stability from a distance. Then we notice that not everything is in the right place, as we can clearly see from the top of the tower. So then we have to touch a bit to the scaling value as well. Since the Gaussian structure is different in both models, it can be quite impossible to get this perfectly in place. But the transparency setting helps a lot, and with manual positioning you can get very close to accurate result. Although positioning in 3D space is challenging and time-consuming task. When we are satisfied, it is important that the reference layer is removed and the summer model is exported as a new PLY or SOG file. But then there are also other possibilities to position these 3D GS models on top of each other. I have came across at least 3 different tools that can do this same trick, perhaps a little more efficiently. Since we have already used Splat, we could take a look at this Splat Snap tool developed by VFX-soup. It can be found on GitHub, and for this tool we need to install a localhost version of Splat on our computer. This means that we first need to download Splat from PlayCanvas GitHub repo and install it to our own machine by following these instructions. This patch developed by VFX-soup is then installed inside this localhost version. This can be a bit tricky if GitHub repos are challenging and unfamiliar to use, but this is the only way we can get this new tool to appear in the toolbar. The principles how this align tool works is that you double-click these colorful A and B points in each model. For example, if I place one point A at the foot of this pole in the window model, and then another point here at the top of the pole, I then need to position the corresponding P points in the corresponding places in the summer model. It is worth placing several sets of these reference points in different places in the models far enough apart from each other. Positioning the points is a bit challenging because they are moved in the X, Y, and Z coordinates by dragging the mouse over these fields. But you get used to it and you can actually position the points very precisely. When the layout is finally ready, pressing this Align button will then snap the model into place. And the tool also tells you the accuracy level with which the final result was achieved. The Super Splat Snap tool is a very effective aligning tool, and it produced a better end result than what could be achieved manually. But then there is this other program called SplatAlign. It is a small and easy to use Python program developed by TerminusFilms, and it can be also found in the GitHub. This tool is based on the so-called ICP technique, which stands for Iterative Closest Point. The background of this algorithm is in machine vision and robotics, and it's very suitable for aligning different SLAM-scanned models. The working principle of this tool is very simple. You just give the reference PLY file and then the PLY model that you want to align, and then just run aligning process. Easy. But as said, this tool works best with the Gaussian models that are produced using the SLAM scanners, such as Xquit's PortalCam device. I noticed that the regular 3D.js models produced through the SFM process do not really work with this application. So this wasn't much help with my ski jumping towers, but I think it is a quick tool for aligning point clouds where source data is already close to the same scaling and coordinate system. And that can indeed be achieved when the models are first produced with the laser scanners. Okay, then there is this third solution I came across. It is a commercial Splat toolkit solution developed by SplitView Studio, and it also includes the SplatAligner tool. It is a well-designed web browser-based solution that relies on the similar point placement as the previous SuperSplat tool that I showed earlier. The user needs to set 3 reference points on the model and then search for pairs of counterparts from the model to be aligned. Here, the point placement is visually clear and uses a proper 3D gizmo. It makes positioning much easier, and with this tool, it is possible to align multiple models. SplitView Studio has supported the use of the tool with good and clear tutorial videos that nicely show the principles how alignment works. A practical example is the construction site where it is easy to align the scans produced and put them in the same coordinates. And in this way, it is possible to put together interesting presentation where you can follow the progress of the construction site. And for these purposes, there is another editor in the toolkit that allows to create presentations from aligned models, make side-by-side and split view comparison, and publish these virtual tours online. This toolkit package from SplitView Studio is a good solution if you need to do a lot of alignment work and build follow-up presentations of different objects. Okay, that was it. I hope this was useful and interesting. Have you came across any solution or application that helps with Gaussian point cloud positioning and alignment? You can leave the comments below. I will also put all the necessary links that were presented in this video in the description. And if you are interested in my 360 Extractor tool, you can find the Gumroad links in there as well. But I also recommend check out a new and handy viewer application that I made. It is called QuickZeck 3DGS, and it makes easy to browse and view Gaussian splatting files directly from your own file browser locally. It also works on Mac. But now I need to go back to develop my Dioramix presentation program. It's progressing nicely and it already includes a lot of new features. You can find its website at dioramix.eu. And by the way, you can also find and test this season switch demo in there. Although Dioramix is not yet publicly available, you have the opportunity to apply for access to the sandbox version. You can find the application form on that website. It's been nice to see that Dioramix has gathered so much interest, and there are currently almost 200 sandbox testers. But I hope that I can soon reach a level where I can open this program to public beta phase. So it is worth following the Dioramix homepages. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Now it's time to land the drone. See you next time. Thanks for watching.
Here we go.